What's up?
Like if you're like, let's say you're watching YouTube,
Oh, I got you. All right. Yeah,
same
nah.
deal.
All
Like,
right. All right. We're good.
all right, cool. So let's jump right in, right? So it sounds like you're a mixture of not knowing risk and then like the futures contracts are what's like confusing you basically, right? Because each one's a
Yeah,
little different.
basically.
All right. So let's start to the nitty gritty. So this is crude oil on a 1 hour chart. If you can bring that up for me, it's not necessary, but if you could, it'd be okay. I'm not going to adjust my lines. There's a little wick sticking out, but just 'cause for time purposes, right? So
Hmm.
let's do the math on this, right? This is literally $10 per one like move. So 26 to 27, where price is now, is literally $10 difference.
Hold on. Let me move this little screen out of the way. Okay, I see.
Let's see, where?
So $10 difference. I see. What the size of the zone? You mean?
Now, well, yes, but hold on a second. Let me see if I find the right thing. Hey, Mitch, my mic isn't working. Is it okay if I just stay on speaker? Do you mind going on your mic? Oh, there you go. Cool. All right. So,
What's up, bitch?
hey, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there. I'm swinging for the fences, trying to get
Hey, yeah, just don't hang by a rope. There you go.
it. There you go.
All right. So this being crude oil, right, is $10 per point,
Uh,
which is like listed right up here in Thinkorswim when you go to futures,
yeah.
right? There's CL, light sweet crude. You'll see it says $10, and then your initial margin, but that's not our conversation, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now let's do this difference in this zone. Now they're all a little different, but since this has only got one decimal, you know it's fairly easy here, right? So it's 69.87. So 69.87, you can either just subtract it from the 70.09, or you can just say, okay, like there's 13 till you get to 70. 13 plus 9 is 22.
Okay.
So if there's 22 points, they're called ticks, but not confuse you. Let's call them 22 points in that zone. So if it's $10 per point, what is that actual risk equal?
All right. So I'm subtracting 70 from 69, right?
You're subtracting 69 from 7. Yeah, whatever we're going to say.
All right. Cool. Okay.
What does that equal?
Oh, you really asking me?
Oh, I'm whatever way you want. I could tell you, but I said,
I thought all right, hold on. 22 cents.
there you go. So if each
All
point
right,
is
so
$10, what does that equal? Feel free to use a calculator. This is not math class.
like, what do you mean? Like, if I add it all together, it's $2.20. No, that's what you mean?
No, well, yeah. Okay, so each point is $10, right? There's 22
Okay.
points. So 10 times 22 is $220.
Hmm. Okay.
Do you understand how I arrived at that?
Yeah. Okay, so
I can't. Where the fuck did I do with the letters? Like
what letters?
you look at my corner here on Thinkorswim, right? There should be like
Yeah.
ABC. I should be able to type it out. Where? Oh, here. I think I
Oh,
do.
you gotta go to the T right there where it says text. Go to the same thing. You see the T under the price level?
Oh, there we go. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do here. All right, we're gonna do the size of the zone.
Okay.
Okay. And what did we say that was?
22 cents.
Well, yeah. In this case, you could say that, but the right terminology is 22 ticks. I'm even okay
Ticks.
if you call it points, just to not get yourself, confused. So
No, but what's it really called? Ticks?
ticks.
Fuck it, we're going with ticks.
There we go. 22 ticks, because it's listed right in Thinkorswim when you go under futures as a tick, and each tick is $10.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to take that 22. We're going to multiply it by $10.
$10. Okay.
And
Let me
that
just write that down.
will equal $220.
22 cents times $10. Okay.
So if you are here, I'm putting a. I know you don't like this stuff, but I'm gonna put just SO is stop out. So if you were stop
Okay.
out, you lose $20. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does. So it would take me $220 to get this trade in.
No, you're looking at that incorrectly.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on, let me clean it up for you. No. I see the confusion, right? What you're talking about is how much capital you need to get to put aside for the trade. This is once you get into the trade. If this goes all the way through this zone, your loss is $220.
Okay. That's if I'm stopped out, basically, what you put right there.
Well, let's redo your terminology, right? And we're gonna start from the beginning. Okay, so let's say you want to take this trade. According to this graph right up here that you're looking at on my screen, how much money do you need to trade crude oil?
$4,140.
There you go. And how much is it per tick?
It might be 10 pesos or dollars. I don't know.
It is without a doubt 10 American US dollars.
Oh, damn, we're shit out of luck then, dude.
I'm just joking. You're irrelevant. So you get the terminology right. The amount you trade with is that 41.40. But once you're in that trade, so let's say you have $5,000 in your account, you're good. Right? You can take this trade. Now, if you get into this trade, your loss, if it goes to your stop out, would be $220.
Okay, I see.
Okay, so let's do that one more time. So it's just the distance between the two lines. In this case, it just goes 69, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91 until it gets to 70. That's 71, 70, 01, 70, 02, 3, 4, 5. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
And then each one of those points is $10.
Yeah, now I can see where you're going with this. Like my thing also was this whole using 1% of your account and 0.5% of your account. Like how does that even how would that even apply to something like this?
Hold on one second. Let me.
Is my initial margin basically using?
No. Let's that it's important, but let me tell you the actual way to figure it out. I'm making up the numbers just because they're going to be easier math, right? So let's say you have an account and disregard Top Step, right? Just you'll adapt to that too. But let's just use a real example that is doable, and then you'll apply Top Step in the larger amount of money, right? So let's say you have $10,000 in your account.
Okay.
So $10,000 is account balance. You got 10,000 pesos here, right?
Yeah.
2%. $100, right? So that's the 1% rule.
Yeah.
1% of 10 grand. Your max loss that you can take in any one trade is from your depth of your zone is $100.
Okay, I see.
Okay. So what does that tell you about this trade?
Can't take the trade.
That's exactly right. There you go. Now, some people, and you're fine. If you have 10 grand in your account, I'm okay. It depends on your level of experience, right? So you could go to 2%, right? And then it's 200. And I would let you this trade's okay. The extra $20 is not gonna kill you, and it's a 1 hour chart. You're good to go. But these are the two different ways you position size based on that, right? So I'm gonna keep this here for now, okay? And then I'm gonna grab another example.
Okay.
So give me a second because I'm gonna take a screenshot of this.
Oh man, fuck.
What?
I just remembered something, dude. I didn't even move my car for street cleaning.
You want to
go by right now. No, it's alright. Fuck it. It is what it is.
That sucks, man. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. Thank you.
All right. So let me change this now to like 5 minutes, 15 minutes. Ah, man, this is the same fucking thing. Hold on 1 second. Let me change it. That should do it. No, it didn't change the risk at all. Alright, this isn't exactly what I was trying to get at. I was looking for something like lower risk, like within your risk tolerance. Right? That was maybe like $100, so that way you could take 2 contracts, right? And then that way if you had position size, let's say you're using the 2% rule and you have 10 grand in your account. But the size of the zone is 10 ticks, so it's $100, right? So if it's $100 and your allowable risk is 200, you can take 2 contracts under those circumstances.
Okay, I see.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no.
You're just adapting to the risk as opposed to just like flying blind. I always trade 1 contract. Yeah, you should start there, but eventually, you're not going to make any money just doing that. So.
Okay.
That's a false statement, but let's just say like you want to get there a little faster. Hold on a second. Let me try one more. That did what I was.
Now, because I remember you guys mentioning in the beginning of this whole thing a while ago, basically to use anywhere between 1% and sometimes, at times, you can use 0.5%, if anything.
I don't remember ever saying 0.5 because I usually just tell people it's too complicated of a number. Nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly fine to do half risk. Probably not going to happen in futures. That you could probably find with Forex because you can adapt to any. You could basically position size anything you want. Futures are a little more limiting, meaning that it's rigid. Like you have to have 5,000 in your account. We could do the same setup, we could do a setup on the Euro USD, and you could get that risk down to $20 if you wanted to, and on the futures it's 200.
I see. Okay.
Right. So the half a percent, I don't usually attest to. Now you have more when you're dealing with a little bit larger sum. That gets a little bit easier. You have 50K, 100K, and it's not like your only source of income. You probably make some money just doing that. Yeah. So I would say the 1% minimum is like a good starting point, and then if you have to kick it up to 2, I think that's reasonable. Even like this one is 220. It's a 1-hour chart on crude. I think you'd be okay going over the extra $20. I wouldn't slap you in the hand for that one.
I see. Okay.
All right. So let's look at this example real quick because it obviously happened already. But this one is $110. Right, of risk. So let's just do the math real quick, right? So it's 69.27 is the front line. Your back line is 69.16. And then we're just going to do the 2 lines. We're not doing room for stop or anything like that. Okay?
Okay.
So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 27, right? So that's 11 ticks.
Okay.
You see where I got 11 ticks from?
Yeah.
Okay, right? So those 11 ticks in this case are $110. So if your allowable risk in this case is 200 and you want to buy 2 contracts, again, something I'm okay with, but this is perfect for like a 1% rule trade. You're only outside your boundaries $10. And the trade looks like it goes an easy 2 to 1. It's high 69.70. That is 43 ticks. Yep. I mean there's 4 to 1 behind this big move here.
Okay, wow.
A green candle here. And then let's see how much money it got you. 46. It was only a 2 to 1 trade. There's reasons for that I won't get into now, but either way, it paid you money. Look at that.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that though. I appreciate it.
So does this make sense how we figure out our risk?
Yeah, no, definitely does.
But
I was looking at things a
something
little
out of your
differently.
head that I wouldn't really do that. I would really stick to like just a rock hard 1 to 2% of your account. Now, if you're
All
really
right.
only going to throw in a couple of, like I know you said you might throw some money in an account just to get like your feet wet before you do Top Step. That's fine, do
Yeah.
it. Take the same rules. But you're probably going to be. Let's just say you have $2,000 in an account. You're probably going to trade Forex, and you're going to buy like a half a lot, a quarter a lot, stuff like that. You can get your risk down to $25 if you wanted to. That's fine.
Okay.
But when you get into like a better account size or Top Step, then you're going to be using the 1 and 2% rule.
Okay. All right then.
All right.
Understandable. Yeah, man. That's about it for now. I guess that was like my main concern.
It's going to get a little bit more concerning as I advance here in a second.
It's gonna get a little more concerning.
What'd you say?
Nah, repeat what you said. You said it's gonna get a little bit more concerning.
Yeah, I only have one more really simple one. And it gets a little harder. Well, not hard, but it gets a little bit, whatever. And then, hold on, let's do this one. That's also easy, and then we'll take it from there. Hold on a second. All right, let's grab this. Oop. Is that possible? 3, 2, 5. Okay. All right. So this is the Aussie dollar, right?
Okay.
All right. Initial margin, a whopping $13.75.
Yeah.
Tick value, $10. Also easy because there's only 4 numbers here. I took the candles off so you can just focus on the lines, right? 73.83, 73.78. What's the difference between those two numbers?
5.
There you go, sir. So if each point is $10 and it's 5 points, what's the risk on this one?
50 bones.
50 bones. We got $50 of risk here. I don't even need to do too much here. Luckily. We got $50 risk. We got 10 grand in our account. We can either buy 2 contracts or we could buy 4 if you're doing the 1% rule.
Okay, I see.
We buy 2 contracts. Good.
Now, Ryan, what's a set percentage on a day? Like, let's say, what is your rule for like a loss on a day? You know what I mean? Are you gonna lose that 1% and then you're done?
That's a great question, right? Let's just say whatever your average risk is times 2.
Okay, so if I'm at 1% risk, basically if I lose 2%, I'm done for that day.
Yes, sir.
All right.
You explained it very well.
Okay, cool. I just want to,
Yeah, no, that's
square that
a
away.
pretty good rule. Okay, this one's a little. It's not really that big, but it's just. So you see this little level up here, this base drop right there?
Yeah.
Okay. So different. This is a little easier because of that decimal 75, 75, 84, 85, and 64. You just got to subtract 64 from 85.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
So what's that difference?
21 cents.
Yes, sir. 21 ticks.
Oh, ticks. Yeah. Sorry, I gotta get used to that. My bad.
No, it's fine. This first, they put it there for like just like you don't know if you see how it's right there, right? When you do
So
it.
how in forex is it that much of a difference as
Mm-hmm.
far as like?
It's a little different. I'll grab
I
it.
know you call them lots.
Let's just stick to what we're talking about, and then we'll talk forex either in a little bit or another time. Okay.
All right. Yeah, you
I don't
got
want
it.
to overwhelm you. This is gonna get confusing when we get off the phone or off this webinar. It's gonna be a little bit harder.
Okay, I
You
see.
gotta go do it yourself. Is really what I mean. So like I want to stick to just like one thing, and then we'll adapt as we go. Right. So
Yeah. All right.
this is $10, right? So you did it. $210 of risk. You got 10 grand in your account. If you're using the 2% rule, it's a $10 difference. You can take this trade.
Okay.
There's also a 4-hour chart, by the way.
Okay, I see.
So that's a really big time frame, and then only have $210 of risk is pretty nice.
All right. I see what you're saying.
And now let's go to the. We're gonna get slightly more complicated, and then we'll probably end on the end after that, and then we'll save the slightly more difficult stuff for another time. Okay.
Okay, you got it. Hold on. Just give me 1 second, Ryan. Please.
Nope. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Oh. Hold on. All right. I'm back.
All right. Well. All right. So here's the Dow futures, right?
Okay.
Dow futures. Each tick is $5. Initial margin's $53.90. So look at the first. I wanted to impress. Like I set this trade up a while ago. Look at that. Ding.
Yeah, it's nice.
So let's go a little bit more current. This came pretty close. Let's use this one. Okay. So we have 25,199. Front line, back line is 25,193. First three numbers are the same. Just these last two are different. So we just got to do the difference between these two, which is
6 ticks.
6 ticks. $5 per tick
Okay, I see.
is what?
Oh, 35. Sorry.
Yeah. No. 30.
Oh, 30.
Yeah, no problem. So you see there's a couple more numbers and no decimal, but kind of the same rules.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty basic concept.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm gonna just. It is right now. Wait till I start. All right. Let's. All right. Let's see here. Give me a second. There we go.
Oh, I see what you're saying. When it gets like 12.50 and like 8.25 and all that stuff.
Not even that. That's actually the easy part. It's just that there's. You're gonna find out in a second. So this one's a little easier because there's just that one decimal. Just the tick up is 12.50. You'll see when I get a real example for several ones. There we go. I don't particularly like this, so let me go different time frame. Hold on a second.
Okay.
See if I can get this perfect. The number doesn't exist. Ah, perfect. Nice. Almost. Come on, come on. All right. So bear with me now, okay?
You got it.
All right. So let's start from the back line, okay? See where it says 2829.75?
Yeah.
So 2829.75, the next tick up, right? It becomes 2830.
Okay.
Right? So there's no. Oh, you know what? Actually, will help. You ever use it? Why would you use? Never mind. That was stupid.
So if I ever use that, the active trader thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've seen it before, but I used the whole like
fine.
OCO bracket.
I wanted you to be able to visualize what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
All right. So 2830.75. See right here where it says 2830.75?
Yeah.
Right? And then it goes to 50, 25, 30. See if I can scroll down. 75. Right there. See how it goes in quarters?
Okay. Yeah.
Quarter is $12.50.
A quarter is $12.50.
That's correct.
Okay, I see. It's basically is equal to a tick, basically.
Each tick is $12.50.
Yeah, I got you.
And then 4 ticks make up a point, and that becomes $50. You know, $12.50 is 25, 25 to 25 is 50.
Holy shit. Okay.
See what I'm talking about?
Yeah. We need some practice.
You just gotta see it enough times. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like anything else, I guess.
Yeah, but it's important to know which each tick is, so that way you're not like, oh yeah, I'm risking $200 and it's fucking 500.
Yeah, because I'm basically sending you like these zones and everything that I've been doing, and
No, yeah, you're gonna send zones on daily charts that you're never actually gonna take in real life. So I understand what you're talking about.
yeah, because I was looking at the numbers, I was like, damn, you got to be a jerk off to be risking $1,000 and for some like some fucking price or whatever.
No, absolutely. Yeah, you really can't take that kind of risk. Unless you're got enough money, obviously you might get to that point. But
well, yeah. I'm talking about me personally. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me grab one more currency and see if I want to bridge this gap now or do it another day. Because I think you understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Where the rubber meets the road. No, I found it. I'm trying to decide if I want to explain the quarter increment, like the other ones. Oh, this is actually not so bad. What is this? No, the pound is actually fairly easy, Orlando, because it's pretty straightforward. The euro is a little bit more complicated. So just real quick while we're on the pound, right? This is the pound futures, right?
Okay.
Same thing. It's a little easier here with that decimal. It's 31. 31 is the same number. 91, 87. So you're just subtracting 87 from 91.
Yeah.
So that's 4
Four
points.
ticks. Yeah.
4 ticks, yep. And then it's 625 a tick.
Okay. So 625. I got it. 19. $19 for risk. I mean, that zone is right there.
But there's 4 ticks in the zone, and it's 625 per.
Oh, 25. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna take some getting used to, but that should be good by the end of the week.
Yeah,
Just keep hitting
I'm
hard.
telling you, do this enough times and throw some sim trades on with it and watch it. I'm telling you, it'll burn into your mind if you watch it go from point to point in the different and see it in an actual dollar amount. That'll help a lot.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
I promise. You know, like even like this one's a little. The Euro's slightly more. Oh, here's a good setup. Cool. I don't want to call it a good setup, but it's working right now, so let's call it what it is. But I bet if I jumped the time frame a little bit, it'll look a little better, right? So 3, and you'll occasionally see something like this too. This is something I forgot to mention. It says 1.7, excuse me, 1.17394.
Yeah.
All right, look over here. You see 394 here anywhere?
Not at all.
Right. So in this case, it's just refining your lines a little bit more. So like I gotta make it up a little bit, but in this case, you're entering the trade at 9.5.
Okay. Now, what if you do it with the OCA bracket? Can you just find it at 9.4?
No. When you do a bracket, it all these are the only numbers in existence for actually taking.
Okay.
This is just like some like little thing on the different platforms don't give you the exact exact place. There it is.
Okay.
I don't want you to get too hard on that, but I want you not to be confused when you go to try to set this trade up, and it'll reject the order when you put it at 94.
No. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I need all the little gems I could get.
Yeah, if you were to try and set that up at 94, it would reject it, and you would have no idea why. So in some cases, that literal that value does not exist on that futures contract.
I see. Okay.
All right. So in this case, 94. It's 94. You just get to the trade at 95. It's not really a difference.
Okay.
So this is where I said it gets a little bit more complicated because this goes. You'll see the difference between 50 and 95, right? But it's really not a full. You see. Let me see if I can. There's 95, right? So he goes 95 to 90, and then to 50, right?
Yeah.
So it's really, in reality, just 10 points.
Okay, I see.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does.
Right. And then each point is 625.
Okay.
Right? So 6250 is that risk if this trade doesn't work out.
I see.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does.
Sweet.
So now, if it goes the opposite way, let's say the trade does work out, and it's 2-1 and all of that good stuff. So it's basically, let's say 2-1, it's basically 125.
Yep.
All right, I see. Okay.
Which looks like it shouldn't have. I mean, right now this is going along swimmingly.
Okay.
Let's just say you don't really have to get out right there. Let's just say the 490. What? 490. Yeah, I mean you'd be almost there.
Okay.
Should go a little bit further. But let's just use that as a conservative one. So what do you think?
I think I'm picking it up. I mean, I'm just gonna have to do it. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna have to get to it, and then I'll let you know within a few hours. Like a shit show.
I could tell you till I'm blue in the face the point value, like which is right here, right? But if you see this in action, you'll clean up some errors. The problem's going to be in these cases where you get a reject order. So like in this case, like if you set it up at 94 without refining your lines, you're going to get a reject and be like, what the fuck did I do wrong?
I see. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So go
Yeah.
open up the active trader, and it'll make a little bit more sense when you go look for 395 or 394. You're like, whoa, there's only 390, 395. Can I get
you?
You know, like it's going to be confusing. I'm not making fun of you. I'm telling you like what the rate of confusion that we go through in this stuff. You know.
Yeah. No, I understand. Now, as far one more thing, Ryan, as far as that whole like 1% and like you double it for the day or whatever. So 1% basically, like that means I'm able to take one trade a day.
No, I mean, it depends on the risk.
Well, yeah, I'm saying if I'm risking 1%, like.
So if you take one trade, right? Let's get into the nitty-gritty, right? So if you take one trade gets hit, right? And you make, let's say you risk 100 to make 200. You can go and take another trade after that.
If it works out, basically.
If it works out, and if it fails too, because remember you're doing 2 times that you get 2, and then that's your max loss.
Okay.
So if you take one, you lose 100. The next one, you lose another 100. You're done for the day.
Okay, I see.
And if you don't, and then if you win, let's say you risk 100, lose it. Next trade, you risk 100, you make 200. You're back to break even.
I see. Okay. Sounds good. All right, man.
Does this clean things up a little?
No, a lot. I appreciate the time, brother. Thank you.
Got it. All right, man. I got the recording here, so I'm going to send it to you.
Drink heavily.
And drink heavily. That'll help a lot.
Yeah, please do. Send it, man.
I would suggest your morning have a mimosa or Bloody Mary, depending on your choice in the morning if you trade during it. And now it's 3 o'clock. You can start drinking beer, anything you want.
There you go. I'm in there.
Happy hour somewhere.
Yeah.
What do you say?
He said, "It's always happy hour somewhere."
Yeah, definitely. All right, then sounds cool, man. I guess I'll stay in touch with you guys a little bit more here and there. So.
No, well, yes, send your questions, and then I'll answer some of your stuff as it goes along. Okay.
All right, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it. And Mitch, take care too. Thank you.
All right. Bye, Orlando.
All right, bye.